Welcome everybody, I am Dee, this is Archie and my channel is Skinny Jeans for Lifetime. So welcome, thank you so much for coming over. Now I was invited by Sandy and Kerry. Sandy is from Get Fit with Sandy and Kerry is Weight Watchers with Kerry. They are two fantastic ladies who have put this collab together. This collab is called Mind, Body and Soul. So this is actually a really great collab. I'm excited to be included. So thank you ladies so much for including me. I think it's great. So, well, let's talk about mind, shall we? Now our mind is a very powerful tool, as you all know. It has the ability to either help us succeed or can turn us into the negative spirals and can contribute to our failures. Now, keeping a positive mindset is not easy, but you know what? We all have the ability to do it, and it's how we do it, I think, is key. So a huge part for me in my mindset and my goals was to eliminate the unnecessary pressure of achieving unrealistic goals, because to me that is very destructive. And so what I would do is I would set mini goals as such. So I would say, let's track for 2 days at a time. Okay, so tracking 2 days with no dramas, all 100% happy, no glitches, tick. Then I would move on to say, let's track for 3 days, tick. And 5 days and 7 days and so on. So that was my mini goal sets, because to me, if I was to try and set myself up for the month and say I'm going to be awesome this month and I'm going to have 100% no failures, I was already setting myself up to fail. Because let's say I got into day number 10 and I was going awesome, and then all of a sudden I had a glitch on day 11, and then it would roll over into day 12, and then I was day 13, because I was like, oh, well, I'm already 3 days down, I may as well keep going. So to me, the way to keep on track and keep my mind in a positive mindset was those little achievable goals. And the more I achieved those little goals, the better I felt about myself, and it was more achievable for me to actually lose my weight and make it to goal. So yeah, that was where I kind of sat with my mindset and how to keep it in a positive motion rather than setting myself up for failure. Is remember to reward yourself. You know, you just might want to sit down and read a good book without any interruptions, or you know, just something for yourself. Whatever your rewards might be, everybody's is going to be different obviously, but for me, rewards are also key. Now I think it's really important, and really important for your positive mindset is to surround yourself with positive people. I know that's not always achievable, because in everyday lives we have negative Nellies around us for whatever reasons, but when you're trying to achieve a goal, it is really important that you have a good support network, I believe. And whether it be here on YouTube as a creator or a subscriber, excuse you, sorry, this is his weekly bath. Seems to be when I want to film, Archie wants to groom. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by Archie's grooming, the positive network. Now that could be, like I said, YouTube, it could be Facebook, it could be online support with forums, it could even be a community group. Now that is just a fantastic little network if you can find that in your local area. I would highly recommend that. I've actually done that previously and I just loved it. Yeah, keeping a positive support network is just adds so much value to your journey, and I think it's really, really important for us all to have somebody that we can actually turn to and say, hey, this is what's happening with me, whether it be your ups, your downs, whatever it is, you have to be able to share it with people and get the support that you need. I am a huge supporter of the law of attraction. Now, I know we're not going to change the world overnight by thinking happy, positive, fluffy thoughts, but I really do think that, you know, your positive mindset and telling yourself you can rather than you can't is imperative to not only your healthy mind, but achieving your goals, no matter what they might be. The law of attraction for me is just, it's powerful and I really love it. Now, negative thoughts, I believe, hold us back and they keep us in our comfort zones. Now, you're going to have to try and get out of your comfort zones to achieve the goals, because our comfort zones have kept us in our comfortable little bubbles and may not have given us the desired lifestyle that we actually want. So for me, changing that negative thoughts into a positive thought takes us out of that zone and gets us to where we need to be. You know, sometimes we might tell ourselves, I don't feel like going for a walk today because I feel fat or frumpy, my body hurts, I don't want to go out in public, it's too hot. You know, all of that negativity and those negative thoughts is holding us back. We've all done it. I know I have. I've definitely been down that road, and on a personal level, I would have to say I was on that road probably a month ago, because I've had some crazy stuff going on in my life, and I really had to refocus, because it is so easy. I'm living proof, so easy to slip down that slippery slope into that whole I hate the world, a little bit of depression and things aren't going right. So then I start thinking negatively, and I tell you, I've had to pull myself together and stop thinking this way, because it's no good for you. It's really not good for you. And I'm happy to say that I am back on my positive road, and I just feel fantastic about it. I can't tell you just how great I feel that I've dug myself back out of that hole and back onto the I can go for a walk. This walk's going to make me feel great. It's going to make my body feel better. It's going to help me achieve my goals. You know, positive thinking is, for me, key. I need to stay focused and I need to stay positive to get where I need to be. And I truly do believe positive thinking and your can-do attitude, I can do this and I can do that and I will achieve it, has got so much positive energy behind it that it just outweighs that negative, and it's going to help you get to where you need to be. Body. So what do I do for my body to help myself succeed? That's a really good question. I think, and I don't know if I'm going to answer this one correctly or if I'm interpreting it right, but for my body, I obviously need to eat better, make healthier choices. Walking is great for my body. I feel great after walking. I've started doing aqua aerobics, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. That's part of my healthy mindset as well. It makes me feel good in both my body and my mind. I think for me, exercise does make me feel overall great. I'm the kind of person that I don't need to exercise to lose weight, but it definitely helps me tone, and obviously it helps with my mindset and it keeps me in a happy place. So I love exercising. Yeah, I do like it, but you know, you got to find that happy balance of work, life, everything else that goes with it. You have to make that time for yourself and to make yourself feel better within your body as well. And for me, that is exercise and eating healthy. Eating healthy makes me feel good. It makes my body feel good. It makes my body perform better. I'm not saying I don't indulge in, let's say, naughty things. Look, today I had a Thai milk tea that was a gazillion and 1 points, but you know what? I counted it, I tracked it, and I still feel good. And I don't feel, oh, excuse you, I don't feel guilty, because why should I? I wanted it, I had it, I felt good. There's no shame in having something that isn't healthy as such, like chocolate. I love chocolate. I've got the biggest sweet tooth ever. If I want to have a chocolate bar, I'm going to have a chocolate bar. And I think for me, on my journey, I hate that word journey, my adventure, I have eaten healthily. I've made great choices. I've definitely lost the weight I wanted to lose and I'm now maintaining. But when I was in full-term weight loss mode, I still indulged every week. I've always maintained that you have to have life balance. And life balance to me is having a chocolate bar if you want it. Why should you restrict yourself from 100% no carbohydrates or no sugars, no dairy? Like, to me, that's when you restrict yourself too much, I think you start to resent your eating plan. Now, every eating plan has its pros and cons. You just have to figure out what system works for you. And do you know what? If you don't want to eat carbs, don't eat carbs. But don't make it a rule if you don't have to. Now, for me, I choose to limit my carbohydrates. I still have carbs, but I limit them. And I do that not because I think it's bad for you. I do that because it makes my body feel better. Carbohydrates make me feel sluggish, so I'm selective about my carbs. If I want to go to a cafe and have a toasted sandwich or some pastas, I'm going to have it if I want it. I definitely don't say, no, I'm not going to have it. I just choose differently, and that's just a personal choice, and I think that's what you have to do for your body to make it all work and gel together and to achieve your goal. Now, soul. This is a good one, because if you're a happy soul, what more can you ask for? I really love arts and crafts. My number one passion is cooking. I love to bake cakes, anything baking, to be honest with you. I just love it. It was actually quite exciting to be able to turn a traditional recipe that, let's say, my grandmother passed on to me into something Weight Watcher friendly, which I just loved doing. So that for me was pretty exciting, and that makes me really happy to get in the kitchen, cook something that I know is Weight Watcher friendly and my family still enjoy. So for me, that makes my soul happy. You know, I just love arts and crafts, and I have actually been doing some repurposing of clothing of late. Actually, let me show you something I have made. Okay, so this might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I have actually repurposed this old denim jacket of mine. I've just added some bling to the pockets. Now at the back, what I've done is I've actually cut out the back of the denim jacket and I've included a lace backing. So I've actually changed this to lace, and what I've done is I've actually put this transfer on, and I have blinged it up with a whole heap of little diamantes. Now, like I said, this might not be everybody's cup of tea, but making this jacket took me one Saturday. Literally cut this out, whack this lace in, put this iron-on, and then the biggest part was putting all of these little diamantes on, and of course the little ones on the pocket. But you know what? This little project made me super happy. So just little things like that, I don't know, they just make me happy. And this weekend, I actually picked up this little metallic rock painting kit. How good is this? I've had this for a while and I haven't had time to do it, but this weekend I'm doing it because I just love stuff like that. It just makes me happy. And that's how I keep my soul happy. So yeah, for me, keeping your soul happy is super important because, you know, you just need that little escape area where you can just forget about the world and what's going on around it, and you can just sit there doing your little painting or your cooking or whatever you want to do. So I think you just have to find what works for you and embrace it, take it, love it, and go with it. Okay, so I think that's about it. I don't really know if I've covered it all correctly, but I really hope I have. And if I haven't, Sandy and Kerry, I'm sorry. I tried my best. But thank you again, girls, for including me. It has been so great. And I cannot wait to see everybody else who is participating. Now, please don't forget to go and check out all of the other ladies who are participating in the description box below. I will add all of their links down there. I'm sure they're going to have some great content for everybody. I can't wait to check them out myself. Now, please feel free to leave me any comments below. I will come back and answer you all. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming and checking out my channel. I do really appreciate it, and I hope to see you all again real soon.